Hey Hofstra fans, it's time once again for the WB Mason Coaches Report. I'm Rob Joyce, joined as always by the head coach of Hofstra softball, Bill Edwards. Coach, how are you?
I'm doing all right.
You go 2-2 over the weekend, the final trip down to Florida for now. What are your thoughts on the weekend as a whole?
Well, the good thing is that we had an opportunity to win all 4 games, and I really think that that's the key. We're in every game that we've played so far this year. We've had opportunities to win every game that we played. Some of the concerns about the pitching and some other aspects of our team are starting to look very positive and look very good, so we're excited.
And the bats didn't show up as much as they did the first 2 weekends. You had the 2-0 or the 1-0 loss. You had a 2-0 loss. It was 2-2 in the 8th inning against one of the other games. So does that kind of put an extra a good stress on the pitching staff to, hey, they have to make a big pitch here?
It is good that we got in some real tough, close games. You know, early in the year we had won some games, pretty handily, and we were saying going down it, we hope we get to test the team a little bit. We want our team to play in those tight games. We want our defense and our pitchers to throw with the winning run on second base in the bottom of the 7th inning or playing a tiebreaker. So we got all those experiences that we needed to have. I think we responded well. We had opportunities offensively to win those games and just didn't get the hit when we had to get it.
And would you rather have that now than you need 2 out of 3 in a weekend in the conference tournament, or you need this in the CAA tournament? Is it good to have it now here in March?
Absolutely, because you really can't simulate that in practice. You have to be in the game situation. You have to be playing against a school that is going to be competitive against you. You want your players to feel the excitement of that moment. You want them to be able to respond to that moment. And I think we did a pretty good job with it. All we needed was a key hit here and there, and the outcome of both those losses could have been positive.
One key hit you did get, though, someone we haven't talked about yet the first couple weekends, Corinne Bailey with the grand slam with the 6-2 win in the 8th inning on one of the days over the weekend. Is it good for her? Statistically, she struggled the first 2 weekends. What does that do now for her confidence?
Hopefully she gets on a roll here, and she's the kind of a player that gets on a roll and is hot, and we hope that this is going to be the start of her, step forward, and she's a good one. So we're just waiting for her to break out, like all baseball, softball players. They sometimes get into the highs and the lows, and we're hoping now that she's going to be really getting on a roll here.
And you start at home this weekend. If I had told you a couple of weeks back that you start off 11-3, now of course you can go back and say what if here, what if there, but would you be content with 11-3?
Absolutely, wouldn't anybody? I mean, seriously, 11-3 is a pretty good start, regardless of who you're playing. And to be playing against some of the teams that we've played well against, it is something very positive for us. In fact, this is uncomfortable and uncharted waters for us because we're usually 3-11, during this time of year. But we're hanging in there, playing well, and we're excited to play this weekend. And hopefully we can get ready to open up against JMU.
Of course, Florida's always fun to go down to, especially given the weather. But is it nice to finally be back home?
It is, and somebody asked me, he says, well, you're finally going to get to play at home, and I said, well, I think I might rather be playing in 80-degree weather than in 40-degree weather, whether I'm home or away. But it'll be good this weekend because I think Saturday's going to be a pretty good day. The way it looks now, for the people that are watching, we're probably going to cancel Friday because of the cold weather that's predicted for Friday, and probably try to get Saturday and Sunday games in. So depending on what happens on Wednesday and Thursday with the weather, Friday's games will probably be canceled, and then we'll hopefully get a couple games in on Saturday and Sunday.
Well, you take on a couple of teams, Georgetown, Columbia, and Fairfield. What do you know about those 3?
Not much right now. We're scouting them now and getting information on them now. Georgetown's playing very well. Fairfield and Columbia really haven't played that much to get a good read on them yet. We played Fairfield last year. They have a lot of the same players coming back. The good thing is that we have 2 alums coming back. Laura Valentino is coaching at Fairfield, and Kayla Noon is the head coach at Columbia, so that's a great thing.
All right, head coach Bill Edwards, good luck this weekend.
See what happens.
Well, you heard Coach say, any weather permitting information regarding Friday and Saturday's game, check out GoHofstra.com for all your information. I'm Rob Joyce. Thanks, Hofstra fans, for tuning in to the WB Mason Coaches Report with Bill Edwards.